Hi, I'm Jaime, and this is my first tea tasting Tuesday. I'm going to be trying out some new teas. Each week, I will be trying an herbal tea and a Camellia sinensis tea. So that could be a black tea, a white tea, an oolong, a Darjeeling, or something like that. So let me know in the comments what kind of tea you would like me to try. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll get this party started. We are going to be doing Stash Breakfast in Paris. Doesn't that sound lovely? It says, you'll say ooh la la to this unique blend of rich black teas, fragrant lavender, and citrusy bergamot, or bergamot if we're going to be pronouncing it in French. So this is a black tea. Basically, black tea and bergamot are Earl Grey. So this is an Earl Grey with a touch of lavender. I think it's a great name, don't you? Breakfast in Paris. Come on. And then we're going to do Stash Mango Passionfruit. So we're going to try these two. These are inexpensive teas. I find that Stash is very reliable. They're always putting out great flavors and different combinations. So they're a fun tea. Plus, I really like their packaging and branding. Packaging and branding goes a long way, don't you think? And I'm going to need some hot water. So this one says 3 to 5 minutes, about boiling. Yeah, it should always say on the tea packaging. If it doesn't say because it's, because it's a loose leaf or it's a special blend and it doesn't give you instructions, then you can always find out on the internet. But even with the instructions, it's always up to you to experiment to find out how you like it the best. So I'm going to taste these teas today, and then you can decide if you think they would be good for you to pick up at your local store. And the great thing about stashes in America, they're all over the place at your regular grocery store. So these aren't fancy teas we're starting with. We're just starting with something fun and accessible. I just boiled some water, and I really like this pot so much. This kettle I have so much. It's my favorite. So I'm not going to do 2 bags. I'm just going to do the one. All right. So in it goes. Oh, by the way, I don't know. There's something about Stash, the bergamot that Stash uses. It smells so good. This is about boiling, this water, because I just pulled it off the electric hob. All right. So I'm just going to do that here. We'll set a timer. Well, I'm going to wait till 12:54 and then we'll be good. So that's going to be brewing in this little pot. As the weeks go on, I'm going to show you things like how to use a tea cozy and how to brew tea so that it's loose leaf and it doesn't get bitter, things like that. Put in the comments below anything that you're interested in learning about, because this is exciting to me. All right, the other one is the mango passion fruit. I have to confess that herbal teas that are fruity are not really my favorite. It smells fruity, obviously. I'm not a wine taster, not a sommelier. It smells good. I don't know if it smells exactly like mango and passion fruit, I'll be honest. This one is almost boiling, so I was just going to wait a little bit. Black tea, especially like a good robust black tea, such as an Earl Grey, which is what Breakfast in Paris basically is going to like a 2. Oh, it's time to take this one out. The tea has been removed. I'm going to put my lid back on, and then I'm going to fill this one up. Hold on to the bag. Ooh, look at all that sun. We're really blown out here, but all right. Any questions that you have whatsoever, just put them in the comments below and I will get to them, because guess what? I only have 10 followers so far. And if you want to be a new follower, sign up, hit the bell, and whenever we do a tea tasting, we will let you know. Also, I'm going to be doing interviews with artists and entrepreneurs and maybe some influencers. Isn't that funny? Trendsetters. How about we say that? Anybody who's forward thinking, that's what Elevenses Society is all about. It's getting together with those kinds of people so that we can be inspired and move forward towards our own goals and dreams while we're drinking tea, of course. I've got my teacup and my little teapot, and I'm going to pour it into my teacup. Now, I often will really enjoy milk in my Earl Grey, or even some vanilla, maybe some sugar, usually honey. I am a big fan of the honey for my tea, and I love this one. It has this golden color. Going forward, we'll have more cameras to do this. So I'm going to give this a smell. So I like it with, like I said, milk, but my nephew, he says an Earl Grey is excellent with lemon, and I've never done that. So next time we will have some lemon. But right now, for the tea tasting purposes, we're going to stick to the basics, brew the tea and taste it as is, and then all right. That has a nice flavor. Very Earl Grey. Just, it's hard to explain what an Earl Grey tastes like. It's the first time I had Earl Grey was as a London fog, which is this drink that they concocted, I think in Seattle maybe. And what it is Earl Grey mixed with a steamer. So, and then they add in lavender and vanilla, and then they mix it up with the steamer milk and mix it together. And it's kind of like a little latte, but made with Earl Grey tea, and they call it a London fog, and it's delicious and I love it. But for those of you who don't drink regular black tea or Camellia sinensis, I will be on the lookout to try to find or craft or recreate what an Earl Grey tastes like so that you won't be left in the dark. So I learned that when you're drinking tea or eating afternoon tea at a place, you're supposed to keep your elbows close together. I don't know why, I'm not very good at that. And you're also supposed to look into the cup and not over the cup, which is what I do. I always look like that, but apparently you're supposed to look right down into the cup. It's a little hot. Moving on, we're going to pull this one out. The great thing about herbal teas is that you can steep them for a lot longer. If you forget about them, it's not the end of the world. Whereas some black teas, and especially green teas, if you forget about them, they're going to be really bitter and you're going to be sorry. Ooh, now this is a lovely color. And I'm guessing, I think there's probably a little bit of hibiscus in it. Little trick with hibiscus. Let me actually look. So this one has rose hips, orange peel, lemongrass, hibiscus, safflower, natural mango flavor, licorice root. I don't know how I feel about that one, but we'll see. Citric acid and natural passion fruit flavor. The little trick that I want to tell you, and I'm going to show you on YouTube sometime, is that when you have a tea with hibiscus in it, if you add a little bit of lemon, it turns the hibiscus from a pretty coral pink to a brighter pink. I mean, it's not neon. I told my friend Julie about this, and her son got really excited, and he put it in the cup and then added the lemon and was expecting like a big change. It's not that big. It's a very subtle change, but it does change the color, and it's kind of cool. It smells lovely. I like the smell of this even more than the packet. It has, oh gosh, what do I want to say? Don't take this the wrong way, but it almost has like a bubblegum flavor to it. Bubblegum flavor is kind of the tutti frutti flavor. Tutti frutti is a bunch of different fruits. I think It's like strawberry, banana, and grape. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is something we looked up on the internet a few weeks ago because we were curious. And but yeah, this has almost a tutti frutti, bubblegummy sort of flavor, and not in a bad way. So these are my 2 teas for this week: the Stash Breakfast in Paris and the Mango Passion Fruit from Stash. This is herbal. This is not. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. We'll see you next week. One last thing before I forget. I want this to feel like a community when we do these tea tastings. So if you put a comment in the section below and let me know which tea you would prefer, I will choose a random winner, and then you will get to try the tea. I will send it into your actual mailbox. And I think we might be good with international shipping. Maybe we'll see, because it's just tea. It shouldn't be too much. Let me know which one you want to try. If you want to try both, I will send you both. If you want to try the herbal, I'll send you 2 of that. And if you want to try breakfast in Paris, I will send you 2 of that, 2 little packets. I think that'll be fun, don't you? Until then, cheers, and thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.